I don't think there is enough evidence out there to really say that technology can weaken human memory. Obviously, when we give over some of our human functions to a computer or a digital object, then we kind of take them away from ourselves. But that's not really to say it's weakening us as humans. It will merely outsourcing certain kinds of behaviour.
My personal memory might be not as good as it once was, but my ability to remember things by using the technology that I have at my disposal, my memory is far better than it's ever been. The fidelity of that part of my memory system is accurate to a level of detail that my biological memory just isn't.
At every point in history, what it means to be human and the things that are required of the human change because technology comes in and augments or changes that. Science fiction is really a rich source of the ultimate creative futurology, isn't it? It's people who've sat down and thought about what the future might look like. People's future visions created in the past usually represent the biases or the societal obsessions of the time. And secondly, while there have been a great number of films or novels that have made some pretty impressive predictions, they've also managed to miss things in the past. You look at mobile phone technology, it's not clear to me that we really understood just how ubiquitous that technology was going to become and how quickly, or how powerful the computing that went with it was going to become.
So some research that we funded at Nesta last year looked exactly at the question of whether we can take an object from science fiction and say, haha, this predicted this future technology. And there's some that have certainly come very close. For example, there's a communicator The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a communication device that looks remarkably like the iPad does today. But if you actually look back in history, it's not like it was predicted by Douglas Adams. There's actually an interesting history between him and Steve Jobs and their personal relationship that added up to that product. It's a much more complex relationship. You can't just pick an object and make it happen in the real world. It's about people inspiring others over a 30-year history in that case.
We've got an enormous amount of bias as humans. We make decisions based on shoddy thinking, and experiences which are selectively drawn upon in order to make predictions. My favourite science fiction author is Douglas Adams, and he, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, made some remarkably accurate predictions in my opinion, including a precursor to the internet, the importance of mobile computing. The real game-changing predictions are almost impossible to spot. The internet, mobile computing, mobile internet, the mobile phone itself. These things were kind of unpredictable because they didn't exist before.
With so much information being able to be recorded and stored, we hope that it will give unexpected insights that weren't accessible before. In the field of medicine, we hope that it's going to help us with better diagnostic techniques, better ability to prognosticate for our patients. But how we get to that future, how we do that is at the moment, I think, is pretty unclear.
And I really think that the next innovation is likely to be in biology and genetics. I think that that's one of the final frontiers for innovation to crack. And I think that that's going to be much more important and viable than space travel or indeed anything else.